Right now, while you're watching this video, there are people sitting in their pajamas making more money in a single afternoon than most Americans make in a week, and they're doing it using tools that are completely free to access. No, this isn't a scam. No, this isn't some get-rich-quick nonsense you've heard 1,000 times before. What I'm about to show you is real. It's happening right now in 2026. And the strange part is that most people scrolling past this video will never take advantage of it. They'll watch, they'll nod, and they'll go right back to their 9 to 5, wondering why everyone else seems to be getting ahead. So here's a question for you. What if the only difference between you and someone making an extra $3,000 a month from home isn't talent or luck or even money to invest? What if it's simply knowing where to look? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how ordinary people are using artificial intelligence to build income streams that used to take years to create, and they're doing it in weeks. Before we go further, if you're someone who wants to actually build wealth using the tools available right now instead of just talking about it, hit that subscribe button and tap the like button on this video. It genuinely helps this channel, AI Unlocked Official, keep bringing you real strategies instead of fluff. And trust me, what's coming in the next few minutes is going to change how you see side income forever. Let's start with something most people don't realize. Artificial intelligence didn't just make work faster, it quietly deleted the barrier to entry for dozens of businesses that used to require years of training. Think about copywriting. 10 years ago, becoming a skilled copywriter meant studying persuasion, reading dense books on marketing psychology, and spending years writing bad content before you got good. Today, a single person with the right AI prompts can produce marketing copy that rivals professionals who spent a decade honing their craft. That's not an exaggeration. Businesses are paying real money, sometimes hundreds of dollars per project, for content that takes minutes to generate and refine. The people cashing in aren't necessarily the most talented writers. They're the ones who understood early that speed plus quality equals opportunity. But here's where it gets interesting, because writing is just the surface. Underneath that is a much bigger shift happening in how value gets created online. Imagine you could take a skill that normally requires a design degree, like creating logos, social media graphics, or even short video content, and compress the learning curve from years down to days. That's exactly what's happening with AI-powered design tools. People with zero design background are opening freelance accounts and landing clients within their first month, not because they're naturally gifted, but because the tools do the heavy lifting while they focus on understanding what clients actually want. And understanding what people want, that's a skill AI still can't fully replace. This is the part most tutorials skip over. The real money isn't just in knowing how to use AI. It's in knowing how to package what AI produces into something a paying customer actually needs. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. There's a quiet economy forming around AI-generated content itself. Faceless YouTube channels, the kind that never show a human face, are pulling in thousands of dollars a month through ad revenue alone. Someone picks a niche, whether it's true crime, history, motivation, or finance, uses AI to research and script episodes, generates voiceovers using realistic AI narration, and pairs it with stock footage or simple animations. The entire production process that used to require a camera crew, a scriptwriter, an editor, and a narrator can now be handled by a single person with a laptop and a handful of AI subscriptions that cost less than a dinner out. Some of these channels are pulling in 5 figures a month, and the owner has never once appeared on camera or recorded their own voice. Here's a curious fact that most people don't know. A significant portion of top-performing content on major platforms right now is either fully or partially AI-assisted, and most viewers have absolutely no idea. That's not because creators are trying to deceive anyone. It's because the quality has gotten so good that the line between human-made and AI-assisted content has essentially disappeared. Which raises an important question you should be asking yourself right now. If the content itself is nearly indistinguishable, what actually separates the creators making real money from the ones who never get off the ground? The answer isn't the tool. It's consistency, strategy, and understanding your audience. Three things that were true long before AI existed and remain true now. Let's shift to another angle that's exploding right now, and it has nothing to do with content creation at all. Small businesses everywhere are desperate for help automating repetitive tasks, and most of them have no idea how to do it themselves. This has created a wave of opportunity for people willing to learn basic AI automation, things like setting up chatbots that handle customer questions, automating email responses, or building simple workflows that save business owners hours every week. You don't need to be a programmer. You need to understand a handful of no-code tools, and there are dozens of free tutorials showing exactly how to use them. People are charging anywhere from a few hundred to a few $1,000s per project, and because most small business owners have no idea this technology even exists for them, the competition is still surprisingly thin. Imagine walking into a local business, showing the owner how much time and money they're wasting on manual tasks, and walking out with a client paying you monthly for something that took you an afternoon to set up. That's happening in cities across the country right now, quietly, without much fanfare. Then there's the world of digital products, which might be the most underrated opportunity of all. Ebooks, templates, printables, online courses, these have existed for years, but AI has completely changed the economics of creating them. What used to take weeks of research, writing, and design now takes days. Someone can research a niche market, draft an entire ebook, design a professional-looking cover, and have it listed for sale within 72 hours. The barrier used to be time and skill. Now, it's simply deciding to start. And because digital products can be sold infinitely without any additional production cost, a single well-made product can generate income for years after the initial work is done. This is what people mean when they talk about passive income, though it's worth being honest, nothing is fully passive at the start. The passive part comes after the effort, not instead of it. Now here's something that might feel uncomfortable to hear, but it's important. Most people who try these strategies will quit within the first month, not because the methods don't work, but because they expected overnight results. The people who actually succeed treat this like building a small business, not like buying a lottery ticket. They test, they adjust, they learn what their specific audience or client base responds to, and they stick with it long enough to see momentum build. This is the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to put in a flashy thumbnail. The tools are incredible, genuinely incredible, but they still require a human being willing to show up consistently and think strategically. So let's bring this together. The real shift happening right now isn't that AI is replacing people. It's that AI is removing the excuses that used to hold people back. No design skills, no problem. No writing experience, no problem. No coding background, no problem. The tools exist to bridge nearly every skill gap that used to require years of study. What's left is the human part, the decision-making, the persistence, the willingness to actually start something instead of just watching videos about starting something. That's the real dividing line in 2026 between people who talk about extra income and people who actually build it. Before you go, I want you to think about something. Out of everything covered in this video, which opportunity feels the most realistic for your life right now? The content route, the automation route, or the digital product route? Drop a comment and let me know, because your answer might genuinely help someone else watching this who's stuck deciding where to begin. If this video gave you even one idea worth exploring, do me a favor and share it with someone who's been talking about making extra money but hasn't taken the first step yet. Sometimes the only thing standing between someone and a completely different financial future is a single video landing in front of them at the right moment. This might be that moment. The tools are sitting right there, waiting to be used. The only question left is whether you're going to be someone who watched this and moved on, or someone who watched this and actually started.